Welcome back to Watching Together on the Hockey Now Network. I need to move that out of the way. I don't want to block the Panthers logo. I need to figure out what to do with my microphone stand here. Did you enjoy the little break? Game 1 is done. The New York Rangers lose to the Carolina Hurricanes. 3-2. Was it 3-2? 3-1. 3-2. I already want to forget it. No, it was 3-2. They made it close at the end there. Good game. Started off kind of light and then picked up as the game went on. Definitely exciting hockey. So that's got to make all of us feel really good. Lots to look forward to now that we look towards the Hawks and Oilers right now are tied at 1. Islanders and Panthers drop the puck here at 4 o'clock. You can watch the Oilers Blackhawks game on NBC. I'm having trouble getting that one because I use Sling TV for NHL Network. I'm a cord cutter, so I don't get the local NBC on Sling, of course. Probably can add it, and I probably will do that before long. Just add it on there and make it easier for myself. But nonetheless, the game today is on the Islanders-Panthers game is on NBC Sports Network, and that starts, like I said, at 4 o'clock. We'll have plenty of sync-up points and everything for you to make sure that we're all listening at the same time and watching the same thing. Before we get into the review of the first game, words from Andrew.
Hit that subscribe button and smash that like button and do that.
Thank you, sir. Please share. Would love for you to get it out there. Looking for an Islanders fan and a Panthers fan. I got an Islanders fan in my living room. It's my wife. I just don't know if I'm ready to unleash her into the world of hockey now and the uncertainty of people and the way they speak and all that other kind of stuff. So looking for Islanders or Panthers fans to jump on and join us. If you were with us earlier today, then you were watching the Rangers and Hurricanes with us, and it started off really kind of mediocre for the Rangers.
Of Henrik Lundqvist, the Canes setting the tone early. The FLAvNYI line is on the ice right now. Behind the net, it goes to Aho. Aho to FLAvNYI, looking for Slavin, who cuts it. He scores!
Hank couldn't get that hug up on the post. Come on, Hank. You got to have those, dude. You got to have those. That's 1 minute and 1 second into the game, and he's letting softballs go. He wasn't supposed to play today. It was supposed to be Igor Shesterkin. But right before the game, they said he can't play, so he wasn't playing. So Hank gets the start. Hank had good success against the Canes this year. Of course, another reason that would make the Canes want to play even better than they regularly would. And so that ended up just like that. Before, let's see, are they going to make me see an ad here? Yep, they're going to make me see an ad here. I'm not going to play the NHL.com's ads. Sorry about that, NHL.com. But Sebastian Aho gets a second period power play goal for the Canes. Let's see that one.
And Vatanen for their top power play unit. As Vatanen now has it, lays it off to FLAvNYI. Now across, especially across, they score!
I mean, it was a great goal. Just the movement. We'll see the replay here in a second, but just the movement of the puck. And we had talked about just minutes before that the kind of goals that Henrik Lundqvist is susceptible to are the goals that any goalie would be. He can make a big save when you need to, but when you're moving the puck across the slot like that and you got your sticks down right in the middle on a power play, you're definitely going to you're definitely not going to have very much luck as far as being able to stop that. And the Rangers kind of looked sloppy through most of the game. Both teams looked fairly sloppy through most of the game, at least till they find their footing. I mean, listen, it was the first game of the tournament for them, first game of the tournament for everybody, really. So, 2-0 down. The Rangers start to mount a little bit of semblance of a comeback. Mika Zibanejad had a goal that he scored off of a deflection.
In front for Lindgren, went off his stick.
Good deflection, or good defensive play by Natchez.
Ryder back past Lindgren with a shot. He scores!
Nice.
Ryan Lindgren, it may have been tipped in front, but a good shot by Lindgren.
Turned out to be a low shot.
Wow, so I wasn't listening to this. I was not listening to the game presentation at all, so I didn't hear the goal song or anything. But a great tip right in the middle. Lindgren puts the puck on net. Zibanejad gets that tip, and the Rangers are able to get themselves back within reach. Of course, the Canes would come back and counter yet again with a goal right around halfway through the third period. New York looked like they were ready to try to put a push forward, and they just couldn't get all the pieces to connect. And just waiting for the ad to clear here before they throw the highlight up there. But it got really intense in the third period. There was a lot of intensity through most of the game.
Niederreiter on the far boards, skates in, power plays over, shot, can't get through, but Niederreiter gets it across the way, deflect, they score!
Another one.
Vincent Trocheck.
Puck's moving through the slot. Vinny Trocheck will go right to the middle. He'll go to the middle every time.
This is still, in my mind, a power play, even when it returns to 5-on-5, because you have to play through the next whistle.
Yeah.
They just does
No one on him, though. Where's the Rangers' defense there?
way outside the dot.
I mean,
He knows he can get
oh, that was the stall. That
It will be Natchez's goal.
That's what that was.
The skate boot of Mark Stahl.
was the stall skate. Thanks a lot for that, Mark Stahl. We appreciate having you. The Rangers would make it interesting towards the end of the game. I'm going to pull that goal up, and we can look at that real quick. I'm understanding there's already 4 goals in the Hawks-Oilers game, but I'm still trying to figure out a way to get that up and running as quick as I can. I want to be able to see some of the Hawks-Oilers game. I will probably try to connect that I'm not going to connect that while we're watching the other game. I'm really excited about watching the Islander game. Islanders and Panthers. We'll talk about what those teams need to look for here in a second. But this was Mark Stahl's effort.
Mark Stahl leaves it for Panarin. Zibanejad to Stahl. They score!
Put pucks on net.
A short-handed goal.
Put the puck on the net. He had a lane. You don't always have to shoot it at the net. You just need to shoot it towards the net. You get a stick. You get a skate. Stahl gets his second of the game, first for the Rangers. But don't take what I said as an excuse when you're at a hockey game to start yelling, shoot, shoot, shoot. Because odds are if they're not shooting the puck, it's because there's no lane for them to shoot the puck on. So, but in this case, Mark Stahl's able to get the puck in, and it ends up working out pretty well for the Rangers ultimately, although could not get the win, and Carolina now leads the series 1-0 to nothing. It was game 1. So game 2 will be on Monday at noon. We'll be streaming that live 11:45 a.m. on Monday. And then games, where are we at here? Game 3 is Tuesday night, 8 p.m. in that series. I got to get my graphics all in order. I have the schedule and everything like that. It's there. You can check all that stuff up on the Hockey Now Network Facebook page if you would like to. Islanders Panthers. So the Islanders are getting a lot of really good press lately. They're really like one of those fly under the radar teams. Barry Trotz, the coach, Stanley Cup winner. Still, I think the team is stung from the Tavares loss, but I don't know that the Tavares loss has really affected them all that much. I think we talked about earlier today, the big thing for the Islanders is to make sure that fourth line's running, because you need to have 4 solid lines running in the playoffs. And when you're talking about those guys, Cal Clutterbuck and Casey Cizikas and Matt Martin, and you're talking about the amount of years that they've played together and the success that they've had together, you got to be excited about them and the way that they play. I just think in that respect, the Panthers can't match the depth of the Islanders, really. I mean, I don't think the Panthers can match the starting lineup of the Islanders when you're talking about their defense. See if I can find the starting lineup for today for the Panthers, because it's not Florida Panthers starting lineup. I'll tell you what, if Keith Yandel's up there at the top of that chart, then that's not good. That's not good. I'm sure I could find it somewhere. I'm not going to. You're not trying to sit here and watch me Google. We're waiting here to watch this game in just 4 minutes from now. They're showing the Fort Never Lose documentary on NBC Sports Network right now to fill time. Going to be honest. Going to be completely honest. Kind of really very disappointed in NBC in the way that they handled everything during the quarantine. Like, you could have literally shown the games that aired a year ago to the day and had things to watch, but instead, NBC Sports Network is showing the freaking car shows, the car auctions. Like, put the pucks on the TV. On the main, national channel early on Sundays, they would show a game. I think I watched Blackhawks Flyers Game 6 about 8 times. You have a whole catalog of hockey. We have nothing else to watch. Not everybody has NHL Network. Why are you not putting more hockey content on? That's fine. The sport doesn't get any respect. That's why we just have to do this all ourselves, and we'll do it together. And that's what we're doing. We're watching together, and I appreciate you jumping on the stream with us. Make sure you go ahead. Actually, I'll let Andrew tell you.
Hit that subscribe button and smash that like button and do that.
Brandon Kravitz on the stream. Man, I should send you a link. Jump on the stream with me for a hot minute. Brandon Kravitz from 96.9 The Game here in Orlando. So I'm really disappointed in NBC in the way that they really didn't show very much hockey content through quarantine in the early weeks of that whole thing. But it is what it is. We're here now, and that's I guess all that matters. So looking forward to this game here 2 minutes before the Panthers and Islanders face off with each other for game 1 tonight. Actually, let me see if I can find Game Center. I'm going to put the Game Center up from the Oilers Blackhawks playing right now. I wish I could watch it. Can't believe that it's not up. Whoa, okay. Well, we had a prediction of a I hear you, Kravitz. And I was up at the iHeart studio yesterday, and I'm going to put the Game Center up from the Hawks Oilers game because it's 4-1 Hawks right now. Still 4 minutes left in the first period. That's bonkers. But I was up at the iHeart Radio studios yesterday and didn't want to bug you. I know you were taking care of the Magic game and everything like that. So, but hopefully I'll be back sooner than later. I'd love to do this for iHeart Radio. I love doing this idea. If you weren't able to jump on the stream earlier, you missed some of my, where this whole idea comes from, the watching together idea. It really just comes from even before quarantine, when everybody has kind of embraced the whole digital thing and everybody's connecting from the comfort of their own home and whatnot. There was a thing that the BBC, I think BBC or Sky Sports, one of the UK sports outlets, they would have 2 fans from opposing teams, like a Manchester United team, a Manchester United fan and an Arsenal fan. And they would have them together in the same room watching the game together. Now, they didn't broadcast that live. They condensed it down to like a half an hour worth of the really good parts. But it was just so exciting when you were watching this rivalry game or you're watching any one of these games. And these people, they love their football, soccer, football, whatever you want to have, whatever you want to call it. They love their sport, and just watching that unbridled passion was just so cool to see. And I always wanted to do that with any sport, really. Imagine a Packers Cowboys game and you get a Packers and a Cowboys fan who are loud and boisterous and trash talking, and you get them on the same stream, that'd be kind of entertaining, right? So that's where the whole thing kind of comes from. That matched with our inability to watch these games together, either in the arenas or, I mean, even here at our house. I mean, I don't need to justify it or preface or anything, but I have MS. I've been taking the quarantine a little bit more intently than some others that are maybe more healthy than I am. That's fine. That's where that whole conversation stops. But ideally, I'd be able to have some friends over here. We'll sit around in the living room and we'll watch the game. We'll have some food, blah, 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 and just have some small talk in between the game, and can't even do that. So I thought this might be a way that we could all get together. There are some, I'll make sure that there's plenty of cue points and sync points up so that we can make sure that we're all on the same page. When you see this drop down on the screen, that means I'm counting down, kind of giving you a chance to hit pause or catch up or slow down or do anything else to kind of sync up with everything so it doesn't ruin any of the game events and whatnot. So that's part of what makes this whole thing work. And I understand that might be a lot for some people to hit pause or to fast forward or do any of these things. But if you can get it to work, it's kind of cool. Isaiah, I don't want you to sit outside my window. What I want is here. We're going to set this up right now. We're going to set this up on the live stream. Let's see. So tomorrow, Colorado and St. Louis play at 6:30 Eastern time. Now, I won't be on the stream for that whole game, but we will go live at 7:45 tomorrow night before Columbus and Toronto. And that St. Louis, Colorado game will still be going. And I expect that Isaiah joins me on the video live feed, even if just for 10 minutes. We all deserve a little bit of that in our lives. And if you don't know who Isaiah Focus, if you don't know who he is, you will get to know him. He's kind of a big deal. People know him all across the land. He's from Boston and he's an Avs fan. He followed Ray Bork. He's a Ray Bork fan. He's not a Boston fan. He's a Ray Bork fan. But nonetheless, you're jumping on tomorrow, and we'll be on with that stream at 7:45. So, wonder if there's anything else to really cover. Don't forget tonight, 7:45, we're going to go on with Montreal and Pittsburgh. I think trying to line up my buddy Sylvan in Montreal. So if I can get him on, that would be great. And lots of you Pittsburgh fans, I'm going to go digging through the depths for some of my Pittsburgh fans to jump on and watch the game. I actually have a friend that's a Pittsburgh fan and a Carey Price fan. So love to get in there and watch him just kind of, have self battles with himself. Then later tonight, 10:30, we won't live stream this, but I'll be watching. I might hit the Twitter with this one or whatnot. But the Jets and Winnipeg Jets and Calgary Flames kick off their series, 10:30 p.m. face-off time. NBC Sports Network will carry that game. Getting ready for the Islanders and the Panthers here. Looking over minute 17 left in the first period. Hawks, Oilers, 4-1 Blackhawks. Looks like Jonathan Toews with 2 goals so far. I think that in this tournament, we always talk about players in the playoffs. They try to find themselves. They try to have a run. They are discovered. They have a breakout when they are in when they make it to the playoffs. But I think in an instance like this, where you have guys that this is a truly unique situation for everybody, I don't think right at the top of the list, I can't count out Toews and Kane. I also can't count out Crosby and Malkin. It's easy to count out the Kings because they're not in the tournament, but any of these teams that have had the success over the last 10 years and the players are playing, you got to give that experience a little bit of more legitimacy than just saying it. So to see that Toews has scored 2 goals is great news for Blackhawks fans. Fantastic news for Blackhawks fans. That means the man's here to play. And those are the guys that know how to be professionals. The game starts. We're playing 5 games. We haven't played in months. We're just going to get out and go. So that first Toews goal, you've got a Patrick Kane assist on there. So we'll see what happens. Corey Crawford is in net for the for the Blackhawks, and Mike Smith letting up all those Swiss cheese goals. Connor McDavid has himself a goal, assist to Draisaitl and Clefbaum as well. I can actually keep this one up. I'll keep this up while we're watching the other game, just because there won't be any spoiler alerts. I had to take it down from the feed we were watching earlier because this is a little bit faster than it's just a little bit faster than the TV stream is, so I didn't want it to be spoiled. I'm not looking for spoilers. I turned off all my alerts too. So looks like the teams are getting ready to come out on the ice. Man, the rink looks good. I mean, you can't really tell from here, but it's amazing. Just, an hour ago, this game was the rink was completely branded for the Rangers and Carolina Hurricanes. I was calling the Panthers. Did you see that? I'm just showing the Blue Line Hockey Tournament for you, Nick. Did you see in the resort, the hotel that the Panthers are staying at? I did it again. The Hurricanes are staying at. They've named them the Carolina Panthers, which isn't totally off the name of a football club, but of course. All right, we're getting ready to go here. It is nearly go time. Who do you got? Islanders or Panthers? What are you looking for in the first period? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for what you're looking for in the first period here. And I want you to make sure that you're commenting. If you have voice messenger, if you don't want to be on the phone or any of that, send me a voice message on the Hockey Now Facebook page, and I can play that too. I want you to be highly interactive. It's not just sit here and listen to Brian Slover talk about hockey for the better part of 4 hours. Like, I really just want you to be able to interact with me. I want you to have an open conversation, however you want to do it. Hockey Now Net, Facebook, Instagram, and our Twitter. There's my personal Twitter up on the page, on the stream as well. We'll look for our first sync point will come here when the game starts. Looking at Sergei Bobrovsky right now. 5 goals the other day. Still trying to figure out if the Panthers didn't show up or if the Lightning were over ready to be there. Remember, they're trying to suppress that crap from last year, the Lightning. And that's the most polite way that I could say that. They're trying to suppress that crap that they went through last year. So you got to think that they're going to constantly come out as heavy as they can to not allow what happened last year to happen again to them this year. Let me do a couple of housekeeping things here. Put a little something for you in the background while we're leading up to face-off here. So this is a new idea, like I've been saying, and we're kind of just, letting it build organically. So it's maybe a little bit thinner than it will be in, say, a week from now. But we're getting it together. We're putting everything where it needs to be and trying to build something fun here. Sounds like a little outcast. Anthems are done. Anthems are done. It'll be Sergei Bobrovsky and Semyon Varlamov. Bobber 23, 19, and 6 on the season. Semyon 19, 14, and 6 for the Islanders, who also have Tomas Greiss behind him. And also have Igor Sorokin. Is that his name? the other young goaltender that's supposed to be another Igor Shesterkin kind of a quality player. So here we go. Here we go. Damn, that wasn't as smooth as I wanted it to be. I'm getting there. I need to make better sound effects there. Sil, what's going on, man? I was just telling everybody that I hope you might be able to join me on the video stream tonight during the Habs Penguins game. Definitely want to try to get a Penguins fan and a Canadians fan on tonight. And I know plenty of both of them. So hopefully you'll be able to jump on the stream with us. I'll send the link when the time is right. Love to see Sam jump on there too. Future NHLer, I'm telling you. I know it. And I know someone upstairs knows it too. So here we are. Let's get a sync point for you here. And we're at 1913 and the clock is stopped. When it comes back, we'll count it down to 19. Ilya Sorokin. That's who I'm talking about, Ryan. I'm talking about Ilya, who signed his entry. I think he signed entry level, or he's over here. He's actually over here. I think him and I was supposed to sync you up here. 1904, 3, 2, 1, 19 minutes. And we're at 18:55, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. We're all synced up. I guess Igor Shesterkin from the Rangers and Ilya Sorokin from the Islanders are friends. They are both veterans of the KHL. So they, I just saw an article that I feel like I'm going to get these names messed up. So Shesterkin made a comment about how excited he was that Sorokin is coming over to the United States and playing here, and he's just glad that he made the move. So I don't know if that means anything to you or anybody else, but it doesn't matter. All right. I'll tell you what, the rink kind of looks. Uh-oh. We got a player down for the Islanders right off the bat. We had a really, really heavily. Is that Johnny Boychuk on the ice on his back? He's sitting up, but he looks roughed up. You'd be surprised if there's some like pulled muscles or just like very minor injuries. I wouldn't be surprised by that. I know these guys have been, staying in shape and have been working out amongst themselves, but that there's nothing to substitute for live game action. There's just nothing that you can do to substitute for that. So I'll put the game center with Hawks Oilers back up when they come off of intermission, but they are in intermission right now. So looks like Boychuk's all right. He's looked kind of ginger, but he's standing up, skating back over to the bench. Let's see what happened on the sequence. Looks like Barzal was looking for some kind of interference penalty. Boychuk just kind of went into the boards awkwardly on his own. We'll get a better view of it here if you're watching the game on NBC Sports Network. Well, they were froze, but it'll be looks like matching minors, so. It'll be 4-on-4 here. 18:31. I'll let you know the puck drops. And puck down. Here we go. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Make sure that you remember what Andrew says.
Hit that subscribe button and smash that like button and do that.
Thank you. You'll be hearing that a lot. Oh, here come the Islanders on a break. Big stop Bob. Had to get one early on. Had to get it. Lots of penalties in the first game. Lots of penalties in the Rangers game against the Hurricanes. Let's see how they're calling the... only 6 penalty minutes in the first period for the Hawks and Oilers. Not as tight of a game, though. I mean, 4 goals for the Hawks. And it looks like they came, they were up 3-1 before 10 minutes into the game. So That tells you that much. A bit more wide open of a game. Expecting the Canes and Rangers to play a little more physical, maybe get the same from this game here with the Islanders. They like to play that physical game. They got to play that physical game. That's why their fourth line is so efficient, because they have talent and they're big. They run real big. But still waiting to see here what the Panthers can do. Brewing on brewing assault. 1 minute left in the 4-on-4. Another penalty coming here. Who's getting that? Is that a Panther penalty? Damn, that poor guy's losing his hair. Pellick. Poor guy. Panthers penalty coming. Another penalty. So we are not even 3 minutes into the game, and we've got 3 penalties already. They're playing it tight. They got it. The referees have to play it tight. They have to. They can't lose control of the game. Let's see what's going on here. We were talking earlier, Ryan, with Don Money, who covers the Solar Bears. We were talking about the ECHL season and the delay till December. They're probably going to have to delay it to December. It all kind of revolves around the NHL season. You have to imagine that the NHL isn't going to start to go until they can have fans in the arena. And if the NHL can't have fans in the arena, then the ECHL and AHL are probably going to have to follow suit. There's some benefits, though, like ECHL, even like we'll take the Solar Bears, ECHL capacity for the Solar Bears is like 95. It was 95-55 for the longest time. I think it's a couple hundred less than that now. But that's 50% capacity of Amway Center. So in essence, as long as you don't as long as you keep the curtains open upstairs and you don't make the building smaller, then you're already at capacity with half, you're already at capacity. You're at your 50% capacity already if you sell the game out. Now, if you go by average, and Solar Bears average like around 6,000, you're only at like 40% capacity. So there's going to be a lot of moving parts. I'm not surprised if they move back to December. I don't think that's a bad thing, and I definitely think that's going to happen. It's going to have to happen. Also, I do think that they're going to try to get the seasons started in the home rinks without the fans, with the intention of being able to have fans in the buildings with them. Don, I can't see your comments on the show feed, so I want to talk about your comments. I think you're putting those on my personal share. Yeah, go over to the Don, go over to the Hockey Now stream and put the comments up there. I can put them on the screen and I'll see them here in my interface if you can. That would be awesome, because I definitely appreciate your input and appreciate all the info you send my way when you do it. What was I gonna say? I don't know. Panthers defense just can't get them. Yeah, so like Don was saying, this is like just over 9,100 now for Amway for hockey. So if you open up the building and you sell out, you're already not going to be more than 50%. So I think I remember what I was starting to say. I think that, they're going to, even the NHL, they'll allow the teams to have they will I think they're going to move to. So we'll take the NHL for instance, and another penalty coming. We are 6 minutes into the game. We've had 4 penalties already. Ugh. I mean, they got to call it tight. Let them call it tight because they definitely didn't call it tight at the end of the Ranger Canes game. They definitely let a lot of stuff fly. So for the NHL, I think they're gonna aim to start the season firmly in December with no fans, and then as the situation outside of hockey either improves or decreases, then they'll start to enable things to start happening. So let's say the NHL is going through their own. Still, you talking about prediction on this game here? For this game here, I think the Islanders are in control just right from Jump Street. I think Bobrovsky he's too much in his own head. He might overthink things. I think he really wanted Panarin to come with him to South Florida and they could continue their bromance and whatnot. But I think the Panthers' issues are glaringly obvious on defense, and defense wins championships. So I'm looking for a goal and getting my graphics ready. So let's go back to what I was talking about. The NHL, right? We start in December, and they're going to engage their own 4-step thing to get back to full capacity. So I think they go no fans through the end of the year, and then eventually 25% fans, so you can maybe start to welcome back your really high-tier season ticket holders, your passionate hockey fans, etc. I think you'll go like every third row, and then you'll go like pockets of seats between. So you'll be like in basically like the Loge boxes in Amway Center. It'll just be like kind of that feel a little bit. And then as things improve, you just allow more fans in with the intention of, God willing, Pop willing, Dad, phone in a favor up there, won't you? Willing, everything is going really smashingly, and we found a reason to conquer this virus, and it's behind us, and we can go back to going to sporting events, and then just in time for the playoffs, you can go full capacity. In a perfect world, that's what happens. We don't live in a perfect world, so that's definitely pulling for strings, but the intention is to get fans back at the rinks. It is. But in the meantime, they're not going to not play if the fans can't be there, and I think what you're seeing on TV right now is a pretty damn good representation of hockey, even though there's no fans in the rink. And it's just like football, dude, right? Like football going there is exciting, but how could you sit there and just wait for the next play as opposed to sitting at home and watching, and you have something to look at while you're waiting for the next play? Hockey's a constant sport. It just runs. That's it. You don't even have time to think about there's nobody in the stands. So I don't know. That's my couple of rambles for a couple of my rambles. That is true though, Don. With the ECHL and the AHL minor league hockey, you need to have the fans there to create the revenue, and I think that's where the NHL will do a lot of their testing will be in those rinks. Because listen, it's I just don't know, like, if I hope that they can. Obviously, I hope they can. We are in commercial break with the Islanders and Panthers now, by the way. I'm still waiting for the Hawks and Blackhawks to reboot back up. But the ECHL is heavily dependent on having fans to make their money and to create their revenue. But at the same time, those teams have to be able to pay for and execute the plans of social distancing, of the things that need to be done. I mean, you're going to need to have hand sanitizer stations all over Amway Center. Is the city going to pay for that? Maybe, probably, but you still got to take care of all that. You got to make sure that you're probably going to have to wear a mask to the building, and you might even have to wear a mask at your seat. which in that case, maybe you can get more people in there. You don't have to go every third row. But in a perfect world, I don't want to go there and have to wear a mask the whole game. So every third row, pockets of seats, but you got to be able to curtain things off. You got to be able to cover those seats. You got to be able to make it look good, because you're not going to just make it look like it's hokey. You got to do it right, or it's not worth doing at all. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. It's fun to talk about. It's fun to share ideas. It's fun to think about how we can get people back to sporting events, but ultimately and really, the players in the leagues have to figure out what's best for them, because I'll tell you right now, baseball is doing it all wrong. All wrong. All wrong. I'm not saying that Disney, we're back in the second period here with Hawks and Oilers, so I'm going to put that back up on the screen here along with me. There we go. I'll throw my little logo up there. Baseball's doing it all wrong. Like, all wrong. They are letting the players travel from city to city. That's irresponsible on a lot of levels. Like, that's totally against everything that societal initiatives are doing. You know, like, we're not moving from place to place right now. You know, generally, if you are, it's fine. I'm not picking on you. We are all doing what we got to do. I said it earlier in this stream or the last stream. I have MS. I'm immunocompromised. I'm going a little bit extra with my efforts on social distancing and things like that. But that's just me. And you're going to do what you got to do, and you have to. So that's where it lays. But we're talking about a professional sport. We're talking about baseball. You're talking about letting these players in big packs, big teams, go from spot to spot to spot to spot, where your vulnerability is compromised every time you go somewhere new. The NHL had 2 cases before teams went to the bubble. 2 cases of COVID. In the last 2 weeks, there have been 0 cases of COVID. The NBA, they're doing a great job. They had same thing. They had a handful of cases going into the bubble. Now that they're doing their testing in the bubble, nobody's got it. I'm not saying we need to have however many baseball teams are. How many baseball teams are there? Are there 30? I've yet to find the answer, mostly because I don't care, but mostly, well, because I don't care. But they have 5 professional fields at Disney at Wide World of Sports. If they can run 3 games a day, which they can, that's 15 games a day. That's 30 teams. Every team could play every day, ideally in the bubble at Disney. And I understand if you don't want to be away from your kids or your wife or any of that, and that's fine. That's fine. But you get paid to play baseball. You don't get paid to be a family man. And I know that sounds like a real jerk thing to say, but if your problem with resuming work is that you don't want to go live in a bubble and be away from your family, then that's fine. Stay there. But people want to play the game, and people want to watch the game, and you can't have your cake and eat it too. And if these baseball players want to bounce around from city to city, they're going to have to shut the sport down. I hope I'm not losing listeners or viewers because of my rant right there. But it's troublesome. And instead of just saying how great hockey is and how good of a job they've done with all this, big save by Bob right there. I got to do a time sync for you. So we're at 9:45, 4, 3, 2, 1, 40, 39, 38, and we're synced up. But again, you know, they have the facility in Disney. They have 5 professional fields that they could use. You could have 2 sites. If there's got to be somewhere else in this country where there's 5 baseball fields, or you don't even need 5 in that case, 2 or 3 usable professional baseball fields. I don't know what the NFL is going to do. I mean, minus going to, you know, like Los Angeles, where they have an abundance of football fields, or somewhere New York or a big city like that. I don't know how the NFL is going to do it. Listen, we're here for hockey, so let's just keep it at hockey. How about that? We've got a bubble. We've got Toronto and Edmonton. Definitely see how the NHL feels. They went to Canada, and everything so far is so good. So let's keep that wave going. Yeah, another great point, Don, that the travel is a huge issue for the minor league team. So you probably end up seeing like some kind of super hybrid schedule where, you know, the Solar Bears play the Everblades and Icemen 15 times. Icemen Everblades and Stingrays. That's 4 teams. You play each team 15 times, and it's a 45-game schedule. I don't laugh. I mean, I laugh, I giggle because the idea is funny, but I know it's a serious business, and I know it's a serious deal for a lot of us. I say us. Ooh, Daddy. Underrated player, Evgeny Dadonov. My first year having the Panthers tickets was the year he came over from KHL, and he delivered. I mean, he was never going to be a huge star, but he plays really strong. Great role player. Oh! Got to remind you, I have my mic stand right in the middle of my field of view to the TV screen, although I think my mount might be here later today, which would be great. We got an Islanders goal. We've got a goal. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Where's the... Oh, no, not that one. I got to make sure I overdo it for my wife because she's the Islander fan. If I don't go all excited about the Islanders goal, then I'm gonna get kicked out of my house. 1-0 Islanders. Not surprised. Panthers defense is going to be a problem. Going to be a problem. JG Pajot, welcome to the game. Welcome to New York. Got himself a ticket out of Ottawa. Lucky him. Thank you, Shawnee. I hope, Shawnee, tomorrow, Avs game, you got to jump on the live stream with me. Big Avalanche fans watching. Big Avalanche fans between Shawnee and Isaiah. Oilers got a goal back. Let's see who got this one. Leon Draisaitl. See if we can get a replay of that. Is it up there yet? No, it's not. But when I can, I will we'll get that replay of that goal up. God. Yes. It's like double-edged sword for me because I know I want to see the Panthers do well. I want to see the Panthers develop as a team. I want to see them be able to a bit wide. I want to see them keep hockey in South Florida. I would love to finally see a Panthers Lightning playoff series like we all would. But they just haven't been able to put it together, and the culture is just they're having a hard time building that culture, and I just don't know why. And then I think about, well, the Panthers lose and they go out, that's fine, and they go into the lottery for the number 1 pick. Maybe they get Alexei Lafreniere, and then you're like, well, it's a bit of a waste of talent for the league, isn't it? And I hate that I say that, and I don't mean it in a negative way. Like I said, I had Panther season tickets. I started to enjoy watching the team, but there's a couple of obstacles they have down there in South Florida as a whole that prevent the sport and the team from really getting the attention that it deserves. They have a beautiful arena. It's in the middle of nowhere. I mean, we stop when I go down. We stop in Boca for dinner, and we're still 45 minutes away from the rink at rush hour. So, it's just the way the cookie. Whoa! Bouncing puck. Looked like that puck was flying up over the net. 540, 39, 48, 47. Sorry, that's wrong. Coming up here on 5:30 on my mark. 29, 28, 27, and we're synced up. I thought that went in the bench. Too much showboating in your zone. Get the puck up and out. It's also just the first year with Joel Quenneville, so you can't expect him to just, put it all together from Jump Street, but you know what? It's unfair for me to say what I said a minute ago about wasted talent if Alexis Lafreniere goes to Florida, because there really is no reason that the Panthers can't build the kind of vibe that the Lightning have in Tampa, and the Lightning effect in Tampa is very impressive. They got a great fan base. Great fan base in that building. I mean, we'll be up on the stream tonight, 7:45, before the Penguins and Canadiens game. Canadien! Thinking about my pop, the way he would say that. We'll be on before that game tonight. Very excited for that. Sidney Crosby and Carey Price on the same ice is very exciting to think about and ponder. Hopefully that ends up. Hopefully all these series end up being worthy series. Oh, Blackhawks get another one. 5-2. Let's see what Connor's goal look like there. I'm not showing you their ads.
Dixie to go cups are built sturdy.
Also,
so in March,
playing their ads for you either. I was interested to see some of these while we got an intermission here on our game. We're watching on NBC Sports. In case you're wondering, here, hang on. Let's see.
Play in the exhibition game against Calgary. It was a goal by McDavid. Flip bomb with McDavid on this near side. Walks in, scores! Connor McDavid!
Laser.
Power play goal. And the Oilers get the icebreaker.
It's a McDavid laser, huh?
This game was hot all season long. Watch Connor McDavid here. He comes outside the zone to gain a little speed so he can attack into that slot.
Oh,
zone.
my God. Wait a minute. Let's see something here real quick.
This game was
Look
hot
at
all season long. Watch Connor McDavid here. He comes outside the zone to gain a little speed.
Connor McDavid looks like he's put some bulk on. Wow. Look out for the old 97. We're back on with the Lightning. The Lightning. We're back on with the Islanders and Panthers, by the way. There's that goal. Have a look at it in the comments. Oh, man, Sil, you're hoping for that, aren't you? You want Lafreniere up there. I mean, why not? Keep those French boys up there where they belong, right? Can he handle the pressure, though? That's the question. Because that happens far too often when these guys, these French-Canadian guys, they go to the Canadians or they have an opportunity to play closer to home and they just can't take that pressure. But what's in regards to what, Don? Elaborate. I wouldn't mind talking about it. I think it's kind of a cool thing the way that these broadcasts are all coming together. Oh! Big stops, Varley. Big stops. Get back to watching over here. That puck was batted out of the air, like chest level. Panthers power play rolls on. Whatever the Panthers power play looks like, quarterbacked by the one and only Keith Yandel. I have such disdain for Keith Yandel. He's a good player, nice guy, but, from when if you weren't the hugest hockey fan, you never heard of Keith Yandle. But if you were a hockey fan and when he got traded from Arizona to New York, all of a sudden you're like, Keith Yandle, yeah, he's so great. He's so great. Keith Yandle was the best player on a really bad Coyotes team, like a really bad team. But that doesn't mean that you're a high-quality player or an all-star even, does it? If you're the best on a bad team? He I don't know. I think he showboats too much sometimes. I just wish he'd put his head down and play. And this one, Ekblad, just, it's too bad because when you go number one or you go that high, it's expected that you're going to assume the responsibility of being a player that high. You've got the mental side, the mental toughness and things like that. You have the ability to be the bona fide number one. But unfortunately, a lot of the guys can't handle it. And they are, in reality, a really good star B or star C even. Like we were talking about, and I'm not comparing Aaron Ekblad to Ryan Strome, but Strome had a hard time trying to find a career through getting drafted and being with the Islanders and going out to the Oilers and the other stops that he made, or the rest of his journey, etc. And now he's got a good role with the Rangers. He doesn't have to be the superstar. He doesn't have to be that number, that the guy who carries the flag. He also wasn't a number one pick. I think Strome was picked like mid-round, if I'm not mistaken. No, I think he was a top 10 pick. Nonetheless. There's too many statistics for me to keep in order without notes around me. And I'm a big Googler, but I'm not trying to sit on Google while I'm sitting here watching a game with you. Any Panther fans, Islander fans, you want to jump on the stream? Would love to have you. Let me check these comments out. So yeah, in respect on to the audio, the new camera angles, etc., I think it's exciting to see. I talked about it on the first stream earlier today. I think that it's time for us to start to move into the future as a whole, really. But in talking about sports and hockey, it's time to maybe do things a little bit different. It's time to be a little bit more futuristic. It's time to, I'll be honest with you, what I'm surprised that there's not right now is that there's not an advancement in VR space. And I think that really just has a lot to do with the fact that VR isn't easily accessible to people. You have to have a headset, yada, yada, yada. But I look forward to a day when you can have a headset on and there's 16 VR cameras around the rink, and you can, you want to sit upstairs and watch top down, you can sit upstairs and watch top down. You want to sit right on the board and turn your neck back and forth like this the whole game, you can do that. Surprised that they haven't introduced it here yet, but what I also think is that this is all new for the NHL. So realistically, this is day 4 of games. End of the first period. JG Pajot's goal for the Islanders is the only tally on the board. 1-0 Islanders. Hang on, I gotta check in real quick. Elise, are you happy? Okay, my wife's happy. Islanders are winning 1-0. I'm going to finish my thoughts and then I'm going to get some music on and stretch my legs for a couple seconds. But I was hoping to see some more in the VR space, but I do think that stuff is all coming. I think now that you see what it is, I think that this, I've scoured the internet looking for other things like watching together, and I haven't really found it. I found one stream that a friend tipped me off to. These guys that do a basketball podcast, they were invited to go on the NBA Twitch channel and stream through the game. It was kind of cool. It was a little less bells and whistles than I have or use, not patting myself on the back, but it was very primitive. But, I think equally, Don, along the same lines is that as a lot of things in life and society are changing and people need to shift where they are. I mean, I'm trained in radio. I'm a radio broadcaster. I don't do video. I don't do graphics. But in the last 4 months, I've learned how to do video and graphics. And that's why I'm sitting here. I never had a green screen. Obviously it's a green screen behind me. You know that. I mean, if you need to, if you really want to get the full experience, there's my green screen. I mean, I could put any kind of background on there I want, but this was all foreign to me before for a couple months ago. And as it becomes more accessible and more, it makes sense more, so to say, then I think the technology will continue to grow from it. And I hope that it does continue to grow, because we deserve to have the sports that we love and the things that we love to do. We deserve to have them advanced. We deserve to have them moving forward. We deserve to have a little bit of new every year. I mean, you're never going to get away from, center ice camera as far as your default shot. I think you need to have that, but I'm enjoying some of these drone shots and other things that are coming up overhead. I like it. I mean, I'm video game generation also, where you had all these camera angles, but regardless. So we're in the intermission here, and I think this is as good a time as ever to remind you not that this.
Hit that subscribe button and smash that like button and do that.
Thank you, Andrew. It's my nephew. I'm paying him 25 cents per time. So far, I think I've played that thing 100 times. So he gets a cool $25 from old Uncle Brian. Just don't tell him I said that.
What's she doing? What's she doing?
Giving my money away to my niece and nephews. Go stretch your legs. I'm going to do the same. We'll come back here and we'll talk about, I don't know. We'll find something to talk about. I'm going to leave the game cast up from the Hawks-Oilers game. Actually, let me switch over to the game we're watching. We'll keep these stats up. Stretch your legs. I'll be back in a few. All right, I got some gummies. Got to stretch my legs for a minute. Got to pick up my speaker cords out of the mailbox that just came. Thanks, Amazon. Coming along. Day number 1. Stanley Cup playoffs. Qualifying round. Well, I think it's the playoffs. Did you see my video with the beard trimming last night? I don't think we have enough time now to watch it in the intermission. I'll play it next intermission in case you missed it. But I trimmed my beard last night. I don't need to go right down the face. But as you see in the video, my wife was like, the playoffs don't start tomorrow. The playoffs don't start until next week. Fine. The traditional Stanley Cup playoffs with the 4 rounds, quarterfinal, semifinal, conference final, Stanley Cup final, you're right. But the Rangers are fighting for their lives, so the playoff starts. It started today, and they're already down 1-0. Now, it is still playoff hockey, and it is the playoffs. And I like this idea. I like this idea of the play-in, of the best of 5. It makes it exciting. What's the point of having the season then? I don't know. To make money. Have something to watch. That's the point of having the season. You want to know what the point of having the season is? Selling a sponsor on 82 games for a broadcast. Or 41 home games for a Dasher board sponsorship. Damn, Brian, why are you so bitter? I'm not. Let's see. How can we get more people involved here? How can we get more people on the stream? I'm looking for a Panthers fan. There's got to be a Panthers fan. I know. Let's see. Let's see what I can do here. Oh, Hawks up 6-2 now. What? Wow, Taser 3 points on the day. Wow. I'm telling you, man, that experience that the Blackhawks have, that could be just what the doctor ordered when it comes to, beating up on the Oilers, who have absolutely no playoff experience at all. Let's be honest about that. I know it's very exciting watching me just type messages over here. I'm trying to get a Panthers fan on the feed with us. I haven't heard these songs for a minute. We use these as rejoiners and whatnot for the for Hockey Now, the podcast, or the on-air show. think I might have done it. I think we might have got one. Let's see if he pops up here in our virtual studio. Getting ready to come back here for the second period. Islanders and Panthers from Toronto. The Panthers are in the tunnel. They are giving their high fives and whatnots. Well, oh, well, oh, well. I just don't like sitting here in silence in the intermission. When the game's going and we're all watching, then that's fine. But Don, going back to what we were talking about before, you were mentioning that the remote broadcasters concept. NBC did it with the Far East and Sochi. That's actually, people have been doing that. Broadcasters have been doing that for a very long time. The World Cup, they've been doing the World Cup's been like that for decades. I remember growing up when I think it might have been 98. Yeah, it was the one right before I moved to Florida. But Andres Cantor, he used to call the games from Telemundo or Television, whichever the Spanish language broadcaster was, in Secaucus. He used to do, look at this. Look at this.
How we
There
doing,
he
Brian?
is. Let me.
Blurry?
What's up there, Panthers, man?
How we doing? Let's go.
I'm doing good, dude. How are you?
Doing good. Watching the game. Excited. Hockey's back.
I know it, dude. What do you think so far of what the Panthers have done?
This game, not too bad. The defense could be a little better. They showed a little heart at the end there, that fourth line picking it up. But I got some faith in our boys.
You got faith in Bobrovsky?
Bob's been looking good this period. He looked good this period, a lot better than he did in the exhibition game. That was a brutal one to watch.
That was real tough, huh?
What
happened? They just weren't ready, you think?
The defense in that game was just terrible. Matheson, he did not look hot in that game. A couple goals were his fault. Bob was not looking so hot in that game, but Bob's been on his game this one.
Yeah, he definitely seems to be a little bit more into it. That's for sure. Are you watching the game right now? Are you looking at the game?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Me and my girlfriend and her son are at Gators Dockside.
Nice.
Nice. Some beer.
Nice. We let me do this real quick so I can go here, and I got to get a sync in so everybody knows we're at the same time. But on my clock, I've got 19, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
They just dropped the puck over here.
Oh, so we're ahead of you a little bit.
Yeah, that's crazy because I'm watching it on TV.
Where at?
Yeah, I'm watching it at DirecTV stream, not stream, but DirecTV at Gators.
Yeah. How's the off season? Brandon is, in case you don't know Brandon, he is one of the ice. Can I call you an ice master for the Polar Bears? He's one of the Zamboni drivers and ice master. Well, dude. So here's what I'll ask you, if you don't mind, while we're watching the game here. We're watching together. We were talking about the biggest enemy for ice is fans, because once you open the doors for fans, you're letting all the heat in from outside. You're letting people in that are bringing more heat into the building. They're all that stuff. Is there was there in your mind, as someone who works with the ice regularly, was there any doubt that they'd be able to maintain the ice? Do you think that's going to end up being a problem?
I think they'll be okay. I was watching yesterday. They talked about how they have 1 hour in between each game to get game ready, and they have to have the ice set points the same for the first game as they do the third game. Typically, that's pretty hard, but with no fans, you could keep all that humidity out. You keep all the doors shut. You don't have that body heat. It's crazy, but 15 to 20,000 fans makes a huge difference on the ice, and if you don't have to worry about opening and closing, main doors. I think they'll do a good job keeping it. I'm sure after the games, they're probably there for hours and hours at the end of the
Sure.
night, just doing floods after floods. My biggest concern, aside from the ice set point, would be the ice depths, because you got 3 games back to back to back. You got to cut, heavy to keep nice smooth ice, and you want to keep those ice steps not too thin.
Right.
You don't want them to get too thick either. So
When you
I
say
feel
when you
like
say
after the
ice,
games, they're doing
when you say
crazy flooding.
ice step, what is an ice step?
How thick the ice is.
Okay.
So typically NHL ice, or like for the Solar Bears, we keep it at around 1 inch to 1.25 inches at the most.
Right.
But when you're doing a lot of cuts, you're taking off, especially when you got game back to back to back. You got to take off a lot more than you're laying down during the games.
Right.
You want to lay down less water so it dries faster. So after the games, I would imagine at the end of the night, they're just laying down tons of water.
Sure. Yeah. And you got to imagine they got I mean, you're the best of the best that we have here, but you got to imagine they have the best of the best in Toronto and Edmonton, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Luckily for them, the weather's a little cooler up there, less humidity up there. So, and I saw yesterday they had, I guess the NHL has a head ice maintenance guy for the entire league, who he usually runs the Winter Classics and all that. So he's been up there.
Yeah, I saw that. I think the guy, he used to work at Northlands Coliseum or something like that with Edmonton, like decades ago. And the league was like, "You make the best ice, so we're stealing you. We're taking you with us."
Dream job right there.
Is it?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be a great one.
Well, you've been
Polar Bear games though.
Yeah, they're fun games. It's definitely a lot of fun. It's just nice to have hockey so close, and we're so lucky with the building, like so lucky.
And a beautiful arena at that too. Yep. We're spoiled in Orlando.
Totally spoiled. Totally spoiled.
Absolutely. We got a great announcer there too. Makes the game
you're being kind. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Your check is in the mail.
Hey, I appreciate it. No, it's the truth, man. The games are a lot more fun with you back there.
Well, thanks, man. I love being here.
It's fun when someone who loves the game does parts of the game like that, because you could hear it in your voice for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you for saying that. I hope so. Yeah, it's the same with this. I'm not doing anything special. We're just, I got the Hockey Now network with the podcast and the radio show, and like I want to watch the games, and I love watching hockey with my wife, and that's fine, obviously. But like I really love the sport. I like sharing with people. I like watching games with people. So that's what we're just trying to do that here, on the Hockey Now stream too. So between me and thanks, dude. Thank you.
Growing the game in Florida.
What's that?
Growing the game here in Florida and everywhere else.
I'm trying to, man. I'm definitely trying to. Well, I think I'm like a minute ahead of you. I think we're stopped at 7:16 right now. I'll let you know when the puck drops, but I don't want to like ruin the game for you.
Oh no, you're good, buddy. I got that on 2 TVs right here.
Do you?
What I see right now is they're just both Yandel and Barzell are standing there waiting to see what's going on. We're seeing some reviews.
Yeah, we're seeing replay, getting ready to drop the puck here in just a second.
Oh, I see what they're looking at. Shot to the Matheson. Ugh.
High hit. Dude, he had that problem. That's we were talking about the Panthers defense throughout the stream, but like that was he had a dirty hit. Was it last year? He had he got suspended for a high hit on someone.
He slammed down Elias Pettersson last year. I think he got 3 games for it.
Nasty, dirty play, but
it was.
I don't know, man.
Typically that kind of player, but it happens.
Yeah.
It's a tough game.
What's your opinion of Keith Yandel? Because I am not a fan.
Entertainment-wise, he's great. He's hilarious. He's fun to watch, but he's great on the offense, but he makes way too many mistakes in the defensive zone.
Right.
Too many mistakes. I'll tell you who I love on the defense for Florida. He's young, is Stillman.
Yeah?
This was his first year with Florida. He didn't even come in the beginning of the year. He's smart. They got him playing with Strawman, and his dad used to play for Florida back in the day. I met his dad when I was a kid.
Did he really?
Yep. His dad won a Stanley Cup. His dad is actually the only NHL player to win back-to-back Stanley Cups with 2 different teams. He won with the Lightning, and then we had the lockout, and then he won with the Hurricanes. And,
wow.
Now we got his son playing for Florida, so it's kind of cool. And he seems pretty smart so far. He doesn't really make many mistakes, especially for being a young rookie on defense.
What's important, it's good too, because if you have some good talent and they're young and you can stick them with a coach like Quenneville and hope that he can develop them the right way and get them going in the right path. Because that's like, I think that's been so much of the problem with, like, nobody really developed Ekblad. No one really did the work to develop him.
I feel like Ekblad, one of his best years was his first year when we had Brian Campbell on defense. He was paired up with Campbell, and he got all that experience with Soupy. And then all the pressure was on Ekblad after his first year. And he's still a great defenseman. It's crazy. He's been in the league for as long as he's been, but he's still so young, which is nuts because he came in right at 18. But I'm hoping with Ekblad there's more to come, a little more to see with him. But yeah, I'm excited for this Stillman kid. And Strawman, I like Strawman. He's solid. He's just a stay-at-home D. Don't make too many mistakes. Yeah.
Yep.
Not looking for him to score big goals, but he's there to stop him.
Yeah, he was an important part of the Rangers' run to the Cup in 2014. He went from there down to the Lightning in the following season. I think he went in.
I know at the trade deadline when we got rid of Trocheck, Dale Talon was trying real hard to get a big defenseman. Dang it. He was trying to get a big defenseman, but he couldn't land one at the trade deadline. So I'm kind of hoping in the offseason they get someone. The salary cap not going up doesn't help. But we'll see.
That's going to be crazy with the salary cap not moving, with all these teams that were anticipating having some cap space. And now, like a team like Toronto, how are they going to juggle that?
Oh, they're not. They're screwed.
They're so screwed.
Trouble.
I hate to say that.
You're half their cap in the 4 guys.
We got
one.
Well, come on now. Where's all my stuff? Yeah, we got one. It's not that one though. Come on, Brian. What are you doing? Well, it wasn't a Panther call.
There we go. I'm right behind you. I'm about to see it.
I was not prepared for that one.
I'm at 1604 right now.
Okay, yeah, I'm at 1621. Oh, you're at 1604? Wait, you're at what? 1604?
There we go. 1553.
You're on 1550
right now.
Oh, you're ahead of me then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're ahead of me. I'm going to hit 16 minutes here.
How'd that happen?
You are ahead of me. I don't know. Is that why you said damn? You said damn it a couple of seconds ago, and that makes sense now.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. That's strange.
You just saw New York score.
Yep, just saw the New York goal. What's that?
Oh, I thought you were ahead of me, and I got excited thinking that you scored.
No. I'm behind you. It looks like.
It's kind of strange.
No, it makes sense if you're watching on live TV, because we're watching it on a stream here, and then it's probably a couple seconds even before ahead of that as far as people watching at home too. So, but man, 2 goals for the Isles. I don't know.
Yeah, we were going to watch it at the house, but my girlfriend was like, "Let's go out and do it." And I was like, "Good idea."
Yeah, why not? What's who's backing up? Who's backing up Bobber?
Bobrovsky?
Yeah.
I think Drager, who he's young. He hasn't played many games, but he was strong when they played him in the regular season. He played a few games, and he was pretty strong.
Yeah. So
I feel like if Bob doesn't pull it through, Quenneville, with all his experience, he won't be afraid to go to his backup.
Yeah, definitely not. What's the deal with Montembeault, though? Is he not?
Yes, ma'am.
Is he? What's up? Oh, there you go. That's
sorry, what was that, Brian?
What happened to Montembeault, the other kid? Can you hear me, Brand?
What happened to who?
The other kid that was playing
Montembeault. Breaking up for some reason. I'm sorry.
No, we're good. We're breaking. Maybe we'll. Well, yeah, I'm losing you. I'm going to drop you off, but we'll connect. Maybe if it's closer to the game, if we're still tight, maybe we'll throw you back on here to watch the end with us. All right, man. I think we're.
Brian, I appreciate the hockey. I think is great. I love it.
Thanks, dude. Thank you. All right, Shop. I'm gonna take Brandon off there, but thank you. Thanks for jumping on with us for a little while, and maybe we'll connect with him. Once we get down towards the nitty gritty and the end of the game, we can jump back on with Brandon. But in the meantime, the Islanders got themselves a second goal, and that's good for the Sklover household because that means my wife will be very happy about that. And happy wife, happy life. So we'll see what happens there. Thank you, Brandon, for jumping on. Brandon is the one of the Zamboni guys for the Solar Bears, and just knows the. You think it's just a sheet of ice, but the amount of knowledge that goes into maintaining the sheet of ice and making sure that it's primed for professional athletes to play on it's a job. It is a task. So I didn't even realize it's 5:16 already. Like 5 hours of hockey so far we've been watching. And I'm up for more. I'm always up for more. Just don't forget.
Hit that subscribe button and smash that like button and do that.
Thanks, Andrew. That's my nephew. We are in an intermission right now as we speak. A whistle. 6-2 still over in Edmonton. The Oilers and Blackhawks. The Oilers are the higher ranked seed. The Blackhawks did not have a good season. I mean, they did not. Not up to standard of what you're used to from the Chicago Blackhawks, but Connor's got himself a goal and Leon's got himself a goal. So the Oilers are getting production from their guys, and you're wondering where that depth is going to come in. That's probably going to be the deal breaker for a lot of these series is the depth. And it always is in the playoffs, 100%, but, not only do you have to have 4 lines of players that can compete, you got to have 4 lines of players right now that are mentally ready to continue and do what a professional athlete does, and that's just be ready to play this game. No one's expecting anybody to just pick it up right away and just pretend like you've been playing high-grade hockey for the last 4 months, 5 months. But you're going to have to be able to have, head-to-head matching up with your opponent, and the depth is going to come into play. And like Brandon said, I don't know about the depth when it comes to the Florida Panthers defense. I don't know. I'm not Don Cherry, though, so I don't know any better either way. If you are tuned in, thank you. I really appreciate it. We are on the Hockey Now Network Facebook channel. We're also up on our Twitch. Hockey Now Network is our handle there. Also on the YouTube page. If you can throw some likes and subscribes up, that would be awesome. Very much appreciated. We can help grow. The way social media works. It's got to grow so that people know. I just made that up. That's a pretty sick tagline, but people got to know about what they're about. They got to know, and then once more people know, and then more people know, and they tell 2 friends, and then they tell their dogs. Petey, what are you doing? I can't tell you what my dog's doing right now. Old doggy. We are at 12:30 right now on the dot as far as game time. Islanders just look like the better team. They've been putting more pressure on the Panthers. They seem like they're ready to roll. I think Barry Trotz is definitely not going to let his team just kind of not be prepared. And you got that 4th line out there right now, which is the heartbeat of a lot of their club. Panthers are trying to push it up here, and they just can't piece it together. 19. Is that Matheson's 19? There you go. Across the Barkov. Bark with a nice shot. But a great save from Mr. Semyon Varlamov. That'll make Islander fans happy to see a big save there. 11:54 left in the second period right now. I agree with you, Sil. I think that the players really are excited to be out there. They're glad to be a part of an organization that wants them to perform and wants them to be able to play. Hockey is, I think the hockey community understands the importance of the organic nature of hockey, and I think they are really, really enjoying the opportunity. Like so many times early on in the contemplation of returning to game, the players have never dealt with something like this before. How are they going to respond? This and this. I'm like, dude, this is the first way that a lot of these people played organized hockey was youth tournaments and different kind of tournaments like that. So, like, they have done this before. Some of them have played college. Some of them have played world championships. Some of them have played these in the Olympics. This is not foreign to them. It's just foreign to them in respect to it being very close there. In the respects of being a quote unquote professional team. But this isn't anything new. This isn't anything new. I think they're handling it quite well. I guess I don't really know if I have any certification to say how they're doing right now or not, but it's very exciting to watch. You're rambling, Brian. Yeah, I know. Just going to shut up and watch. This is that mid-game lull. We're about halfway through. It doesn't look like the Panthers have any energy to get an equalizer, and they have to, or else this game's not going to be very interesting for the second half. And I'm going to feel like I have to keep talking. Puck up and out of play. No need for a puck warning because there's no fans in the stands. Starburst gummies. Yummy. My game snack. Kind of unprofessional to eat a gummy on the stream, Brian. Dummy. Third period right now, Hawks and Oilers are running right around 16 and a half minutes left. 6-2 Hawks over the Oilers. Blackhawks are 33 shots on goal already. Panthers work the puck around. Going across, top to Yandel. He'll take a shot. Deflected away. Panthers trying to create something, even a garbage goal. You can see it. They're just desperate to make something happen. Thanks for bearing with me through some of the technical things we had. Brandon G from the Solar Bears Zamboni driver. He was Panthers fan too. And his volume was a little low. I got it boosted up though, so I apologize if that was too low for you. I'm trying. Yeah, I agree, Don. The crowd noise, they know it's there and they let it push them one way or the other, but they're still equally as focused as any other time. I mean, this is not foreign territory to them. It's really not. Panthers trying to get those Jets up. I mean, listen, they're playing more in the Islander zone right now than they have probably the whole game, so Brandon's still on the line watching with us. There's Stillman right there. After the first stream this morning, I took my hour break to just reflect on the first stream, and I was thinking whether or not I'm talking too much, or at moments when I'm quiet. Oh, Whoa. Radio silence, dead air is like the worst thing in the whole world, but no. I really want this to feel like I'm just sitting on your couch with you. That's all. So we're not going to constantly talk. We'll zone out and watch some of the game at certain points. Yeah, so I just think that Florida is I don't know. It's going to be a real shame if they put a career like Sasha Barkov's to waste, because the man has an incredible amount of talent. And I wasn't happy to see them lose Vinny Trocheck to trade him to Carolina, but they just weren't going to be able to afford him, I'm sure, is one part of it. And you still got a solid core there with Huberdeau and with Barkov, obviously. So, but you're right, they just can't put it together. But I think that comes down to depth. I think also I wonder if there's any validity to this or not, but minor league structure for a team like the Panthers don't have like a super solid, close minor league structure. So you're not, I would imagine that in some cases, like in Toronto, right? So the Maple Leafs and the Marlies are in the same system. So the Marlies players are geographically closer to the Maple Leaf staff than, like with the Solar Bears and the Lightning and perfect example, because the Solar Bears are geographically an hour away from the Lightning. So the Lightning send players to the Bears to develop, and they clearly are playing the Lightning brand of hockey. They play Solar Bears hockey, obviously, but they're still, you can see where their teaching comes from and whatnot. But like Syracuse is in between them. And I understand it's a digitally, close world and you can connect digitally, right away, instantaneously, but they, it's not the same as being able to put a coach on the ice with these guys once a week or twice a week, these minor league guys. So I wonder if that has anything to do with when we're talking about the Panthers. So, yeah, there's Brandon. Yeah, and that's just not going to balance out to a winning club when you have a hot defense or a cold defense and a hot offense. That actually causes more problems than if you had like an okay defense. When you have one or the other is great and the other one is complete opposite, you're just like, that's a concoction that doesn't work. Because while your offense is playing up, they can't rely on their defense, and they're thinking about that, and then they're not playing the right way, et cetera, et cetera. We're in a commercial right now watching the Liberty Mutual ad. Still 6-2 over here with the Blackhawks and Oilers. 12:43 left in the third period. Thank you again for watching and tuning in and everything else. Oh, Mike, what's going on, man? That's an Islander fan right there on the island. Probably excited to have that rink that close to the house. Well, see, okay, Mike, you can comment back, throw in the comments if you want. But like, my wife is excited because the Islanders are moving back to the island, but they're really kind of moving to like Eastern Queens, right? And that's not going to be the same as Nassau Coliseum. Not even a little bit. 5:52 and the clock stopped. I'm going to get you a sync point here so we can all make sure we're watching the same thing together. I was going to do 12 hours. Like, I was going to go straight through all these games. I don't know what I was thinking. That was never going to be able to happen. So let's get you a sync point here. We'll go to 5:30. So we're at 5:40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35. 5:30 on my mark. And we're synced up. Oh, that's not holding the stick tight enough. Let a slap shot just knock it right out of your hands. I was just going to make a joke about the Islanders and Panthers feeling comfortable playing in this arena because there's no fans in the stands. But that's fairly rude. We got a whistle here. Yeah, good point, Mike. It is that far. You can jump on the LIRR and be there a lot closer than having to go into Barclays. And my wife and I went to Barclays for a game, an Islanders game. And I mean, she is an Islanders fan. And she was too impressed with the place. It's a beautiful building. I bet it's great for for concerts or for basketball, but it's not a hockey building at all. At all. It doesn't look like they did anything to try to make it like a hockey building. They just kind of said, oh, we can make hockey fit in here, but it didn't seem like a very welcoming environment. That's for sure. Just as far as the scoreboard is off center and you got the big dead space behind one of the ends of the rink. Just frustrating. That team deserves to have I wish Nassau Coliseum would have worked. NYCB Live or whatever they're calling it now. And the redo that they did on there is beautiful, just beautiful. But the building in Belmont should be an impressive place. I'm excited to see that. Very excited. I will allow myself to get dragged there a couple of times. Panthers trying to work something out up to the top handle. Tries to get it right back down in the corner. Tries to put the puck. See what he did there? He tried to put the puck through traffic. That guy, man, he drives me bananas. Bananas. Ten minutes left. Hawks Oilers 6-2 Blackhawks. Islanders keep it in the zone. Bob recovers. Starting to get sloppy. Who's that throwing people around? Who's throwing bodies around for the Panthers there? Who's trying to? Mike Matheson. We were just talking about him. Just talking about him. I remember that hit last year on Pedersen. That was just the most. It was early in the season too, I think, and Pedersen went down like a stack of bricks, and he was flying. He was just rookie, the whole nine, and he just went down. Luckily, he's bounced back from that because that's an impressive hockey player right there. That kid's really impressive to watch. Wait a minute, Mike. Converted into an Islander fan from a Ranger fan? Now I might have some problems with that. Kidding. We'll go to Rangers Islanders game at what is it? Elise, what's the sponsor of the place? Is it UBS? I think she stepped outside. Yeah, I think it's UBS, right? Yeah. Well, we'll go to a Rangers Islanders game at UBS, one of the first ones. Well, as soon as we can. I mean, as soon as we can travel up there, as soon as we can be back in arenas, we will definitely go to check that out. So, oh man, we're in a whistle here. Checking on Hawks Oilers, still 6-2. Rangers dropped their game earlier today, 3-2 to the Canes. They now are down 1-0 in the series. Game number 2 will be on Monday at noon. And Monday at noon, we got a full. Let me let you know. Let's go through some of these streams. Tonight we'll be back. Montreal Pittsburgh. That's an NBC game, 7:45 stream. That should be a great game. Hoping my Pittsburgh and My Pittsburgh friends will jump on. I think Sylvain said he's going to jump on. Canadians fan, he's up in Quebec, in Montreal, so that'll be nice to go across the border. Tomorrow, 2:45 we'll jump on, Philly and Boston. That game's on NBC. It's a 3 p.m. game, but we'll start the stream 2:45. Then we'll do Columbus-Toronto tomorrow night at 7:45. Monday, we're going Rangers-Carolina game 2, 11:45 stream. Caps, Tampa Bay Lightning. That'll be 3:45. That's the 4 o'clock game. And then we'll jump back on for Montreal, Pittsburgh on Monday night at 8 p.m. game 2. And then, we'll keep going from there. I don't want to go too far in advance. Game times are only in through Wednesday. Beyond that, there is it's all to be determined. So we'll see what happens there. But that's when you start getting into game 3, 4, 5 of the series. So that's when things start to get interesting. Muy interesante. I think I said that wrong. 3:16, the whistle. We're sitting on here. I'll let you know when the puck gets dropped. It's a pretty sick helmet that Varley has. Puck's down, 3:16. Islanders get the puck out of the zone. Panthers collect, try to push it back the other way. Let's see what they can do here. Nothing. Can't do anything with it. Sneaky play, those sneaky plays. There's that physical play. You're not going to be able to push Sasha Barkov around, though, without dealing with whoever is the goon of the day for the Panthers. I don't want to talk smack about him. Let's see what happens here. Oh, poor that landing pad on that guy's head. Looked like it might have been Pellick or Pulak. 2:35. I'll let you know the puck's down. And it's down. Kind of does look weird, the wings, how far apart they are. Like I feel like did they add extra? That might have been something they added outside of this, but it looks like they're purposely staying further apart. Big save. Clutterbuck collects it, comes the other way now. There's that fourth line. Cizikas just stepping on the puck. I hate that. God, just play it, dude. I love when they step on the puck. Matt Barzal trying to shake a defender. Can't do it. Loses the puck. And he gets it back now. Ooh, smooth move. Yeah, but what's a smooth move if you just dish it off behind you on a drop pass in the corner? Coming up on a minute left here, about 15 seconds. Maybe I'm biased because I'm a Ranger fan and I watched it closer than I've watched this game thus far. I am watching it very intently and close, but thought that game earlier today was a little bit more exciting than this one is right now. But again, you got two clubs there that were, that seemed to be on the up, and you got two clubs who very seldom go on the up or down trajectory. They just kind of are there. The Islanders always find a way to be there. Oh, here we go. 2-on-1. Oh, big stop, Bob. I don't think he got the full stick on that shot though. 29. Is that Brock Nelson? Yeah, it is Brock Nelson. Well, that'll be a 2-0 lead for the Islanders going into the second intermission. The linesman just took a glove to the face, which is always fun to see. I mean, no disrespect to the linesman by any stretch, but hey, you're going to get that close to guys swinging their sticks around, you might catch one upstairs on the teeth. Panthers look flat. Can't get it going. They look like they might have tried to kickstart their game, but they're not quite there yet. Islanders look as good as the Islanders can. I would, we're only 2 periods into this, so it's not like there's a whole lot to break down as far as the whole thing goes, but we're at the second intermission, so you know what? How about this? Instead of that, while I'm running this, I'm going to get rid of that real quick. And if you didn't see the beard video from last night, it was good. I trimmed my my playoff beard. Let me pull that up for you, and I'll run it on the stream while I take my breather. Beard video. All right, hang on.
Well,
hang on. Oh no, wait a minute. Is this the full length? Oh, that's the full length thing. All right, you're not getting that. Where's... Where did I park this thing? Oh, there it is. All right, here we go. I promise it'll be worth it. Well, I hope it will be worth it. All right, check out this. Last night, I was... Last night, I trimmed my beard in preparation of the playoffs, and wonder if you did the same. Well, I'm in my bathroom right now because it's the night before the 2020 NHL qualifying rounds and round robin games for the NHL playoffs. And my wife was like, the playoffs don't start tomorrow, just the round robin game and the qualifying rounds, blah, blah, blah. Well, if you're a round robin team, fair enough, you're going to be top 4. But if you're in a qualifying series, your playoff starts tomorrow, which means it's time to tighten up. So when we first moved into the house, my wife got me a bib, a cape, because my hair gets all over the place. So I'm going to get myself set up here, because even though it's the playoff beard edition of the show, and it's for the show, I still got to make sure to keep my bathroom clean, or else I'm going to get yelled at, and I can't sleep in my bed tonight, and I got to get a good night's sleep because of the games tomorrow. So, all right, this will go right up around here. You are having a playoff beard, right? I mean, you got to. It's a big deal. And seriously, the qualifying round, your playoff starts tomorrow. You haven't guaranteed anything. You're not the Tampa Bay Lightning or Philadelphia Flyers or Washington Capitals or Boston Bruins or Avalanche, Stars, Golden Knights, or, defending champion, St. Louis Blues. That's who it is. All right. The cape is on. The moment we've all been waiting for. There it goes. It's coming off. It's time for the playoffs. It's time for the playoffs. I just made that song up. Get a couple under there because those hairs like to just sit right down. Pretty pumped. I'm sure you know I'll be streaming for select games throughout the whole playoffs and the qualifying rounds. Watching together. Got some cool people that are scheduled to come on with me, so that should be a lot of fun. People from the hockey world. Hey, share it with your friends. You got any friends that like to talk smack? Tell them I want them on the feed. Seriously, could you imagine? Game 5? Penguins, Canadians goes into overtime, and we have a Penguins fan, and there's a lot of them that are watching this, I'm sure, and a Canadians fan on at the same time. Enjoy the joy and pain with both of them together. I'm hoping for moments like that. All right, that's good for that. Now let me get my thing. Always the attachment always falls off of that thing. Where is it? Oh, got it. It's a lip. I think I'm ready. Petey's ready. Did you hear him? All right, so of course I'm going to play middle ground all the time, but I am a Rangers fan, and the Rangers play the first game tomorrow at noon against the Carolina Hurricanes. So my playoff beard's ready. Hope yours is too. You can share a picture of your playoff cut if you want in the comments. Just make sure you're tuning in. Hockey Now watching together on the Facebook Live and on the YouTube Live and on the Twitch streaming channels. You can get the links for all those on the Hockey Now Facebook page. It's Hockey Now Net. So I'll see you in the morning. Can't wait for that hockey, baby. Here we go. Playoff. Did a good job on my beard, I think. But I didn't see anybody else's. Nobody else trimming the beard? Nobody else trimming the beard? All right, thanks, Sil. I appreciate it, man. I can't wait to talk to you later on tonight, but we'll save that for 7:45. Canadiens and Canadiens and Penguins. Sorry, I got distracted. Oilers have put 2 goals on in the last couple of minutes, and now it is 6-4. I wish I could put that game on. I need to figure out I need to get it figured out in the intermission here because I need to be able to watch the game on NBC tonight, but I will get that figured out. But I am, I see that, Don. It's very interesting. I'm going to put some tunes up for a couple minutes. I'm going to go and get my, let's screen share. I got to keep something up there for you. Let's do that. This tab. All right, there we go. We're back with that. I'll come back in just a minute. I'm going to stretch my legs once again, and we'll be ready for the third period. See if the Islanders can hold on. See if the Panthers can make it interesting. Oilers have pulled their goalie. Kane just dropped in an empty netter, as you see. No goal. Thanks, Don. No goal. But it looks like the game has come to an end. We're very close to it. All right, it's a final 6-4. As you see right there. 6-4. Eight o'clock tonight, NBC, Canadians, Penguins will jump on the stream at 7:45. And then later tonight, Flames, Jets will play their game one. Not going to stream that, but I'll be watching that. I'll definitely be watching that. Trying to see if Patrick Laine can figure out how to find that form he had in the first season. I mean, really, I guess that's kind of unfair to say. Just kind of looking to see if anybody can have any form with what's there, with what, with just, this whole situation. Oh, you want to see my face? Okay. Hi. We'll be going away from the from that feed with the Game Center because once the game comes back, I don't want the Game Center to ruin the game for us. It's already hard enough that everybody has their own time where they're streaming or etc., but we're making it work. And I really appreciate your patience. I appreciate you giving me a chance with this and giving hockey a chance with this, because if we can iron out the kinks over the next 10 days, then during the playoffs, we can really do some cool stuff. I'm really ready to make this work, whatever it takes. I've been ready for it, but regardless, I got some cool friends that are going to jump on the line, friends, colleagues in the hockey business. There's elements to the whole thing, just fun to watch together. I can throw up to 10 people on the screen with me. Like, if seriously, who wants to jump on third period? You let me know. I'll send you the link. Meantime, let's see what these hurricane has been downgraded to a tropical storm. Let's see where that cone's going, though. Still has it coming right up on Florida as it's slowed down significantly. So it's got it as a hurricane about 2 o'clock down, like Port St. Lucie, maybe Palm Beach. And then by 2 a.m. Monday, it's downgraded to a tropical storm, and you're looking at right around Daytona. So it'll be an interesting day tomorrow. Please don't lose power. Please don't lose power. Please don't lose power. I thought I lost power early. Like in the first period, I had a glitch, and I needed to reboot the browser and the whole nine. But here we go. We are just about ready to get back to game action. The teams are collecting in the tunnel. It's playoff hockey. Please don't tell my wife I said this, but let's see a Panthers goal early here. I just want to see some fun. I want to see like not some fun. I mean, obviously I want to see some fun, but I want to see some good play. Meaningful play. Busy play. Like play that has reason. And has intensity and purpose. What are we looking at here? All right, looks like we're just about ready to roll. I'm going to try this one more time, trying to get some of that game ops into this for you. Not just, dude talking on the stream, which is exactly what I am. All right, let's see. Here it comes. Are you gonna get in there? Let's try that again. Thanks, NHL. Let's go. Trying to run a show here. Here it comes. Here it comes. Awful, Brian. Good try, though. All right, puck's down. We're at 1945, 44, 43, 2, 1, 1940. All right, and we're going. And we got to go. 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 Where's the goal stuff? Get rid of that bed. Goodbye. Jeez, Brian, like you've never done this before. My wife is literally standing in the door of my studio with her thumbs going, no, 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 no. Wah, wah. Babe, do you want to join the stream? You can go. I'll send you the link. You want to talk your smack? She just nodded her head no. Now she doesn't want to have anything to do with it. All right, well, the Panthers have made it interesting. Here we go. 2-1, 19:20 left in the third period. Here we go. Here we go. Definitely need some organization on my sound effects here. That's my homework for tonight. Let's see what we got here. Islanders trying to work the puck out, and Panthers got the forecheck running. I don't think it's fair for anybody, including myself, to think that the Panthers just cannot compete based on their coach. I don't think Quenneville's going to let them just roll over and do nothing. That's a high-caliber coach, one of the biggest, most winningest coaches in history. So we'll see what happens there. Oh, we got a trip. No trip. No penalty there. All right. Hubie. Big fan of Hubie. Only reason I was okay with Trocheck Owen was because Jonathan Huberdeau was going to be able to stay. I'm a big fan of his. Big fan of his. Very underrated player. Very underrated player he is. Hey, my nephew Andrew just wanted to mention something.
Hit that subscribe button and smash that like button and do that.
Please do me a favor and share. I don't like to beg for those things, but I really appreciate the shares, the likes, etc. Your support on the channels does make a huge, huge difference. Numbers add up. So I do appreciate anything that you can offer us. Hockey Now Net are the handles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hockey Now Network on Twitch. Then you'll have to search for Hockey Now on YouTube. We don't have 100 followers yet or 30 days old, so I can't create a custom URL, but we're getting there. You could help get there. Yeah, really, Don. I'd love to have an Elise goal celebration video, but she won't have it. She won't have it. She's a backstage celebrator. She likes to go crazy when no one's looking. Not true. I often pick on her because she doesn't get intense enough when it comes to these games. Like me, when I'm watching by myself, especially if I'm watching the Rangers, I am definitely into it. Definitely. Islanders get the puck dumped back in. Panthers regain control and start to turn it back up. Looks like Vetrano gets it worked out. Colton Sevier goes for it. See, a lot of the reason I'm not doing the play-by-play-esque kind of thing is because I'm re-familiarizing myself with the rosters. Like, I know the players. I know the numbers. It's just when quarantine hit, I turned off. I turned it all off. All of it. I had no interest. No interest. Ooh, something smells good. My wife baking out there? Hey, celebrations or not, if there's baked goods in it for me, I don't care what her reactions are. See, bad play. Just a couple of screws loose there for the Panthers, and the puck comes out of the zone. It's back in now, but they do not have control of it. Right over Mike Hoffman's head. And the Islanders work the puck out. And looks like Anthony Beauvillier gets in there to beat the icing. He's got it behind the net. He'll try to work it around in the corner. Still kind of frozen there. Three Panthers there ready to go, and they'll move it out of the zone. Mike Hoffman gets it up and out all the way down the rink. Islanders definitely want to get this next goal here. You don't want the Panthers to get that momentum. I mean, that goes without saying. I love when announcers are like that. Like, well, they're down by 1. They're definitely looking for a next goal here. No, they're not looking for a goal here. They want the other team to score 5 goals on top of them. I'm going to get you a time check here coming into 15 minutes. Right now we're at 15:20. And here comes your sync. So here we are at 15:10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 15 minutes, and we're synced up. And the puck was falling on. Jordan Eberle looked like he was covering it, and a scrum fell on top of him, unless I'm wrong on that. I was looking at the clock, if I can be completely honest with you. Whoa, some sloppy play. No, I guess the puck wasn't underneath. Oh, maybe it was. I don't know. I can't tell with these replays. Some save there, just not really a save. He had his pad laying down and he shot it right into the pad. Panthers looking to work it out of the zone. They'll move it up. Trying to make something happen of it. Something like that. Something like that. Ooh. Oh, clever, but that would have had to have been the perfect play to have worked. Ooh, big shot. Save Bobrovsky, and the Panthers will clear it. Looks like it was deflected off someone. No icing here. Oh, no, it wasn't icing. Who can tell what's icing anymore? Who can tell? Yeah, so Panthers definitely came out this period a little bit more aggressive, ready to run. That's what I was talking about before. When you're talking about Joel Quenneville, you got to talk about a coach who knows how to get his team ready. And you like to think they went in the locker room and did what they had to do to get themselves into the game here. All right, I need to stop concentrating over here and I'm taking advantage of the whistle while I can. We do need a TV timeout graphic. I'm gonna make some notes. Hey, since there's 6 of you here with me right now, what do you think the stream needs? What do you think we're missing? What do you think you'd like to see on it? What do you feedback, comments, concerns, things like that? So that's done. Where we at here? Our dog is not taking part in any of the fandom for either one of us. When I first met Pete, up, puck down. Here we go. We're back. When I met PD, was in the middle of the 2014-2015 season. Our little puppy, and and I'd never had a dog before, so because the Islanders and Rangers have such a rivalry like they do, I decided to get PD a collar and a magnet to go on Elise's car. It said my dog's a New York Rangers fan. Long story short, I don't know if you remember, but the 2014-15 season. So yeah, okay. So that was the year that the Rangers met the Lightning in the conference finals. Lightning won the series. And then for the 15-16 season, I got the collar and the magnet. And if you remember, that was you probably don't remember, but I remember clearly that was a very bad start for the Rangers, and I hated that I blamed my dog and vis-a-vis myself. So I decided I was not going to bring the puppy into my fandom. I don't want him to be blamed. I want him to be my comfort when they lose, etc. So that's why I am not down with making my pup a fan. But if Elise would like to have a celebration video with PD, she is obviously more than welcome to do what she wants to do. 11 minutes right now on my screen. It's 2-1 Islanders. After this game, we'll take a little bit of a breather and we'll jump back on around 7:45. If not a couple minutes after that. I'm still trying to figure out the best time to jump on and do pre-show, because the puck doesn't drop exactly at the advertised time. So the advertised time for tonight is 8 o'clock. Face-off won't really be till 8:08, blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada, blase, blase. My Pepsi bubble's coming back up. Sorry. It happens. This is live. But we'll be on tonight, 7:45-ish. We'll start with the live feed for the Penguins-Canadiens game. We will not feed the Jets-Flames, though I will obviously be following it very closely. And then tomorrow we'll kick off at 3:45. 2:45 or 3:45? 2:45 we'll start up for the 3 o'clock start, Philly and Boston. We're going to do that game tomorrow for my friend Tina Zallo, who was a victim of domestic violence earlier this year, right in the middle of all the pandemic things. And I know how excited she was for this, the idea that this tournament could even happen. And obviously wish that she could be here watching it with us. But we will watch the Flyers tomorrow. And I do not root for the Flyers. I'm not a Flyers fan. For me, the Rangers' biggest rival is the Philadelphia Flyers, not the New York Islanders. So, but I will try to put those things aside for Tina, and we'll watch that Flyers game with her for her tomorrow, and yeah, we'll have a good time. Then we'll jump back on tomorrow night, Columbus and Toronto. That's the 8:00 game, so that stream will start at 7:45 tomorrow night. Check out the schedule. I'm gonna make the schedule at some point. It might be after we finish our last stream tonight, but make sure you tune in and shares. I mean, listen.
Hit that subscribe button and smash that like button and do that.
I appreciate it. Got to get some shares in there too. We want to spread the word and help me find fans from the different teams. You know, I really would love to have. Well, we had a Panthers fan on, and we have a Islanders fan here. I mean, I guess we could get Brandon and my wife on here to talk smack with each other, but Brandon, I think, is too nice of a guy to talk smack, let alone talk smack to a female. And my wife is not a smack talker. She's a smack doer. So she doesn't talk the big game. She does the big game. However, that doesn't translate so well when you're talking about over zealous, boisterous cheering. So maybe not a good idea to bring my wife in on this right now. My favorite hockey memory with my wife is that she doesn't get all like amped up when the Islanders score every time. Like she may clap or give like a yes, but not loud like I do. I mean, like, you know, when Zibanejad had that 5-goal game earlier this year, I was pacing around the house and I was screaming and yelling and the dog was barking at me and everything. But the most reaction that I ever got out of my wife was she cheered for a Ranger goal. Like completely unprompted or anything. We were sitting watching an overtime game and she like let out a burst of excitement. And yes, I know I've rooted for the Islanders too. I've cheered for Islander goals. Like I said, I don't consider the Islanders the Rangers' rival. I consider the Philadelphia Flyers the Rangers' rival. Maybe even the Devils, really. Mostly because in my lifetime, the Rangers-Devils rivalry was a little more prominent. I was born in 81, so I was there for the cup. I was on the planet for 2 of the Islander Cups, but not enough to really like have that effect of the Rangers-Islanders rivalry of the late 70s, early 80s. Back to play here. We're at 9:25, 24, 23, and we got a whistle. Bobber takes that puck in the midsection, and we'll have a stoppage of play. Got some comments to look at. There you go, Brandon. Yeah, I want to have Justin on. I'd love to have Justin and you, Brandon. I'd love to have Ice Guys on, all on one stream. I want to have trying to connect with. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cover the Panthers logo there. That's covering it there too. I need to figure that out. This needs to get figured out. I don't like that there. I like that right there. Sorry. Yeah, I'm really doing this on a live stream right now, trying to fix my gear. Islanders are throwing pucks at the net, but it's not like they're hard saves for Bob to make, but he has to make them. Trying to get some of, we'll talk about it tonight. We'll talk about it a little bit more tonight. We'll keep the subject for tonight, but my pop has a lot of background in hockey. That's how I have the passion that I have of it. But he was very close with a lot of the equipment managers in the league and whatnot. I'm trying to get some of the guys both current and alumni, equipment managers on, and just, friends that I have. Listen, I got to keep, I want to have people on. Part of the idea is watching together. So I want to have other people on the stream, but obviously right now I'm exercising my network, until we can grow this to a point where I can start, welcoming on, players and coaches and things like that. So we'll get there. We'll get there. I'll get it with your help, and I appreciate your help. 8:23, 22, 21, 20. 8:15 about left in the third period. The Islanders are feeling the pressure of the Panthers, but the Panthers are just not able to get very much going. They've got the puck in their zone right now, but they're moving it up. The old dump and chase. Fans go crazy for the dump and chase. Panthers try to put the puck back behind the net, and they're not able to. But, a turnover, and it goes to the center, but no one's there. The Islanders are pushing it back the other way. Looks like Josh Bailey throws it into the zone. Beauvillier is going after it. And the Panthers will work the puck out of the zone again. All the way back down in front of Semyon Varlamov. Stoppage there. Yeah, those are some good ideas, Don. There's a couple of things that we want to do that we're not able to do yet with this platform, just because it's IP based and it's very functional, and we're getting a lot out of it for what it is and how it works and its intended use. But we are just trying to build it one thing at a time, and then when we can get to the point where we can introduce some of the more professional toys, then we can do so much more. And I want to have a Hockey Now scoreboard that's updated and all of these other things that we just can't do with the software we're using. But we're building this to get this right. And then eventually the goal is to move up to the more professional equipment, and we can start doing those things, because I want it to be, highly interactive. But both of those are good. Both of those are great. 7 minutes left here in the third period. Flurry of activity coming towards Bob, but it comes back out. The Panthers are able to push the puck all the way into the Islanders zone. Nick Leddy's got it now. He'll look to pass it out, and he does. Anders Lee was right there to touch the puck and avoid having an icing, but it looks like there's a stoppage anyway. 6:44 is on the clock. I am going to make sure to put the feed for tonight's game up earlier than the one I did for this. I want to make sure that these feeds are all ready to go, so you can share the links, make sure they get out to the right people, make sure that if you have anybody who you think would be interested in joining us, we can all watch together. I'm hoping that people right now are doing their preparation, especially here in Florida with the hurricane, tropical storm, hurricane, whatever it is. I know you have your quarantine toilet paper, but you need to have your hurricane toilet paper as well. I have a feeling that people will be, we'll have a bit more friends on with us tonight for the Pens game, Penguins Canadians, and I'm really very, very much looking forward to that series. Very, very much. Carey Price is one of those players, and just wide, just a bit outside. Carey Price is one of those players in the league where he has the biggest reputation. He's got the incredible amount of skill. He's got the accolades that he has, but he's been on some very sour and mediocrely run Canadians teams, and they haven't been able to put it out in front of him all that well. But when he has a chance to be a show stealer, he can do it. And right now is as good a time as any. You don't think a guy – that's why, for a half a second I was stoked that Hank was in the net. Oh, Islanders are breaking it out. Right in the midsection. they're not really throwing anything with pace at Bobrovsky right now. They're just kind of flinging pucks at the net. When I saw Hank was playing for the Rangers in for Igor Shesterkin, I was like, you know what? This might not be a bad idea. This is the kind of thing where Hank can like turn it on for 2 months and he can steal the show and steal the games. And Carey Price can definitely do that. The only thing that, are you talking about, I'm guessing that still you're talking about Carey Price. I didn't want to say that, but it does seem like he's one of those players that got the Montreal hype. The Canadian media just loves him, and he's this fantastic guy. But, you know, I mean, listen, through the careers of Henrik Lundqvist or Carey Price, which one would you go to first? I don't know. I don't know. I'm a homer for Henrik Lundqvist, so I would say him. I don't think that the short. Yeah, I had a feeling that's who you meant. So, I don't think that the shortcomings of the Rangers during the Lundqvist years were due to Lundqvist. I think that there was not enough players like Ryan Callahan, players like Derek Stepan. They bring a different kind of heart that that blue collar kind of player. But you know, when it comes down to the playoffs, you have to have a more complete skill set. And I never felt comfortable with Ryan Callahan in the roster for the Rangers. I never felt comfortable with Derek Stepan. And Derek Stepan scored one of the biggest goals of the whole, of the Lundqvist years, that comeback against the Capitals. And then Stepan gets the goal in overtime, and it's the coolest thing ever. But I think I would take Hank over Carey Price. Maybe. That's a bold statement to make, I know, but he is still able to do that. The only thing that he has to worry about is that he's got Sidney Crosby looking right at him. And Sidney Crosby is another one of those players who can steal the show. Sidney Crosby has won every freaking thing there is to win in hockey. When I think of Sidney Crosby, and we are definitely going to talk about this tonight, when I think of Sidney Crosby, I don't think about the Stanley Cups that he's won in Pittsburgh. When I think of Sidney Crosby, I think of the gold medal goal against the United States. That's what I think of, because that just so perfectly epitomized him just taking advantage of the opportunity. He sees the crack, and then he yells out to Jerome McGinley. He just yells out, Iggy! And he knows what to do with it. Jerome McGinley knew what to do with it, and Crosby scores that goal, and the rest is history. But long story short, he's still probably the greatest player on the planet. There's a lot more competition these days as far as who's the best player on the planet, but it's Sidney. And if he gets in there and turns it on, I may or may not have mentioned to my wife that I should pick the Penguins to win the Stanley Cup. I did. Oh, big stop. Big stop. Are you kidding me?
How about that?
Big stop for Bob. Brock Nelson is that Brock? That's Brock Nelson. Brock Nelson comes in, needles the thread to Josh Bailey, and then comes back in to get the rebound, and big stop for Bob. Keeps him in the game. Puck was still loose underneath there. If the referee saw it, they might have let it play and then get a rogue stick poking at it, but big stop. There you go, Brandon. I think I'm with you. King got the gold medal. He did get a gold medal with, don't take anything away. Don't take anything away from the Swedish teams that Hank was playing. Those were pretty defensively heavy teams as well. Who did Hank have? Let's see. Gold medal, Sweden. 3:50 left here in the third period, looking for the Panthers to mount that final push. Let's see. What year was that they won? Yep. 2-6. Let's take a look at this now. Let's see. Clock stop 3:32 here. Nick Lidstrom. Well, okay, Nicolai Strom. Fair enough. You had the Sedins in there, Matt Sundin playing, Henrik Zetterberg. They had an incredible team. But see, now, Sil, here's the difference. And I don't know if you heard me say this earlier when it comes to Hank. I don't think that Henrik Lundqvist wants to go play for another team and win a Stanley Cup on the bench. I think his pride far surpasses all of that. I think he's okay with not succeeding, but I think that he makes sure he puts all the effort in where he can. I don't think he wants to sit on the bench and win a Stanley Cup. Carey Price, on the other hand, maybe he does, and maybe he would. Maybe they let him go to Seattle. Oh, we got to start talking about that. Oh, dude, but the Kraken, come on. Like, I thought the Golden Knights did a great job with their uniforms and their color scheme and the whole thing, but the Kraken just like, it's the Kraken. The Kraken. Oh, do we have a play here? Derek Brassard looks like he's fighting for his life, arguing there. It looks like the puck might have gone out of play, which would be a delay of game, giving the Panthers a power play here. What's happened? I'm trying to watch this play, and it... Oh, that's a close... Oh, man. I don't know. But it did touch the glass, and there's no penalty. 3:09 left. Puck's about to go down. I'll tell you when it's going down. It's down. 3 minutes left here on the clock. Let's get some frantic pucks here, boys. Let's see it. Strawman looking to make an outlet pass, has to drop it back. Panthers get the puck in there. Dadonov chases. Oh, that's not good. Need to have more control over that puck in the zone for the Panthers. Coming up on 2 minutes, 30 seconds on my mark. 2:30 on my mark. Mark. Wow, frantic. Panthers get it back in the zone. Ekblad dumps it in. Ekblad now back to chase. 2 minutes left in the game here. Islanders holding on 2-1. Let's see what happens here. We're watching together with Hockey Now Network. Thank you for being on with me. It means so much. Oh, the Islanders push it and it's taken away. Got to think that Bob's coming out of the net here any minute, but I don't know if I like that idea. I don't know if the I don't know if the Panthers have enough, I don't know if they have enough to defend. Like, the Islanders have the speed. They can break it out. I don't know if they can hold on to the puck strong enough. They're not even able to push it out here. Oh, the forecheck from the Islanders. Impressive. Forcing the Panthers into an icing, 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Oh, my gosh. What's happening? Man, oh, man. Let's see here. Let's see what we've got going on here. Coming up, the Islanders keep it in the zone. You can't ask for anything more right there. That's forechecking at its finest. Kill the clock. Panthers work it out. They're trying to push it up. Looks like that's Mike Hoffman. He dumps it in. He's going after it. 1 minute left in the game here. 2-1 Islanders. Bobber is out of the net. And the Islanders' forecheck is still pressuring him. Panthers push the puck, comes over the center line, into the zone. Mike Hoffman has it. Mike Hoffman, right? Not Matt Hoffman. Mike Hoffman. Just trying to remember all these guys again. big physical play from the Islanders. They work Hoffman off the puck and they dump it back down. And not enough for an icing. Oh, he cleared the dots, but not the line. 20 seconds left here for the Panthers. One last push. Let's see what they can do here. They'll work the puck all the way down, and no icing there. Panthers try to keep it in. Islanders gain control of the puck. It's J.G. Pajot, and he'll just kind of hold on to it, push it into it. And it looks like it's a New York Islanders victory, 2-1 over the Florida Panthers. The Islanders have a 1-0 series lead over the Florida Panthers. And that is the way and we're getting the yes, yes, yes dance. You're going to need to do that on screen or nobody is going to want to hear about it. Wow. Frantic ending, or I mean, not frantic ending. It wasn't like the best ending ever, but 2-1. I don't know what you can expect from the Panthers, man. I don't know if you can expect anything else from them. Like Brandon said, it's tough being a Panthers fan. Not only do you have to, you got to go drive 50 minutes each way in South Florida traffic on the sawgrass, winding around. Then you get to the BB&T and you got a team where you don't know what's going on with them. They can't play defense. But let's talk about what Jason Siegel said on the stream just now. Don't sleep on the Islanders. And you know what? Amen to that. And you could say, I think, well, we didn't really have enough time to assess the impact that J.G. Pajot would have on the Islanders. And he's a player that's a game changer. He's been a pest. The couple of series that he played in when the Ottawa Senators actually had some relevance, he was his name was out there. You knew who he was. He had an effect on the ice. Can't sleep on the Islanders, especially if they're going to get that goaltending. Wow. When is game 2 for them? Game 2 for them is, let's see. Game 2 would be Tuesday. Really, they have 2 days off now. Yeah, game 2, noon. Panthers, Islanders. We'll have it here on the Hockey Now Network watching together. Just like we'll have the Montreal-Pittsburgh game tonight. We'll jump back on the stream at 7:45. I'm going to create the link for the stream right now so you can throw it up on your page. You can share it, do whatever you'd like to do. In, of course, the words of Andrew.
Hit that subscribe button and smash that like button and do that.
We will do it, Andrew. And thank you all for tuning in. Hockey Now Net. That's the handle for our Facebook, our Twitter, and what am I missing? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Hockey Now Net. Hockey Now Network on the Twitch page, and then you just got to search for Hockey Now on YouTube. We don't have the custom URL yet, but I'll get there with your help. I appreciate you. Talk to you in just a little bit.